You see these blades? They have notched corners to make your cutting experience smoother. Ooh! The front edge notch helps with separating blades during manufacturing, while the trailing edge notch helps the blade glide easily. And a fun fact, that notch on the front also helps you spot unused sections of the blade. Just a little visual indicator to make your life easier. When it comes to silver versus black blades, they're both made from the same stuff. But black blades are sharper and are better suited for cutting through tough materials, while silver blades strike a balance between cutting power and durability. If you want that extra cutting oomph, go for black. Oh, almost forgot. The only thing those blades aren't meant to cut is food. It has a rust-proofing oil coating, which is not safe for humans. Check this one out. It's totally giving me childhood vibes. Now, I remember my grandma having tomato-shaped pincushions just like this, and sometimes they would look more like a salad, with a little pepper thrown in there. Well, believe it or not, this salad actually has a purpose. The tomato keeps your pins in place, while the pepper keeps them sharp. Those peppers are filled with sand, which helps keep your pins nice and sharp. And it's not just sand. Crushed walnuts can also be used to keep your pins in tip-top shape. Now look at this multiple pocket tool and this little hook on it. It's a bit of a mystery, but it's actually pretty handy. I counted at least 4 different applications. 1. You can use it to carry all sorts of awkward stuff, like camping gear or heavy parcels. 2. Need to twist some wire or play around with knots? The parcel hook has got you covered. 3. This hook can save the day with those stubborn zippers, like the ones on your luggage. 4. It's great for pretending to be a budget version of Captain Hook. If you know more applications, let me know in the comments. Apple users, with this feature, you'll never get laundry surprises again. Now, I bet you've had this situation at least once in your life. You wash your stuff, and when you take it out of the washing machine, the size seems to only fit your cat. Your iPhone camera can actually translate those funky laundry symbols for you. There are 2 requirements though. You must have iOS 17, and your phone must be in English. Take a photo of the care label, go to the Photos app, and see the details of the image. Everything will be automatically decoded and explained to you. Now, many toasters come with nifty removable crumb trays at the bottom. It's super important to give these trays a good clean every now and then to keep your toaster running smoothly and avoid any potential fire hazards. Just pop them out, shake out the crumbs, and you're good to go. Where you shake them out is up to you. Those little compartments on your gas pump aren't just for show. They're actually there to hold your cap while you're filling up. This nifty feature keeps things tidy and prevents any spills or drips on the handle. So, say goodbye to messy refueling experiences and hello to a cleaner pump. Plus, it makes the whole process way more convenient and efficient. Now, I'll bet your oven gets so greasy and dirty sometimes that you can even hear it oink. Just kidding. I know you're a tidy person. Anyway, if you're looking for a way to bring your kitchen cleaning to a whole new level, here's a tip for you. Most oven doors have handy latches that let you pop the door off for easy cleaning, saving your poor back from the strain. When you're draining noodles or potatoes, there's no need to bother transferring everything to a colander in the sink. Just throw the colander right into the pot, hold it down, and pour the liquid out. It makes life so much easier, especially when you want to save that starchy water for recipes. It's a must for authentic pasta, by the way. So let's say you've snagged this gem at a thrift store a while back for just under $1. It's seen better days, serving as an ashtray, but you decide it's time to give it a new lease on life. Here's the lowdown on how to make it shine again. Mix up a solution of boiling water, baking soda, and table salt in a bowl lined with aluminum foil. Let the piece soak for about 15 minutes, and repeat this process 3 times. In between soaks, gently scrub any rough spots with a microfiber cloth. After the final soak, dry the piece off and rub on some toothpaste, baking soda, and peroxide. Buff out any remaining tarnish with a clean, dry microfiber cloth. Rinse it off, and now your piece is practically gleaming like a mirror. These aluminum foil boxes have nifty little tabs on the sides that make it super easy to grab a sheet without any hassle. It's like a fancy little bonus that makes the product a breeze and ensures you'll have a smooth sailing experience every time. Manual can openers often come with a handy built-in feature, also known as a bottle opener. It's like getting two tools in one. But did you know that this bottle opener actually has another useful function? It can help you loosen those stubborn, hard-to-open jars. Simply lift the lid slightly at a couple of points with the bottle opener, and then watch it as it effortlessly twists right off. Yeah! Okay, I just found that, apparently, you're supposed to save the first and last slices of a loaf of sliced bread for last. It's like a bread hack or something. Apparently, those end pieces help keep the rest of the bread fresher for longer, and you shouldn't eat them until you've devoured the rest of the loaf. So, next time you're making a sandwich, save those heel slices for the very end. Even bread eating needs a good strategy. Now look at those blue levers on the top rack of your dishwasher. I was curious about them too, and it turns out they're actually water bottle sprayers. They help to ensure that your bottles get a thorough cleaning and rinse during the wash cycle. Many vegetable peelers have those little scoops on top for taking out the eyes from potatoes. And here's a cool tip. You can actually use vegetable peelers in both directions to peel faster. But most people just stick to one direction. When using yellow mustard, make sure to push the lid of the bottle all the way open until you hear a satisfying click. This way the lid will stay securely in place and won't get in the way when you're dispensing the mustard onto your food. It's a simple step that can make your condiment experience hassle-free and enjoyable. So there. You know that little hole at the end of your pot or pan? Well, it's not just for show. You can actually use it as a handy holder for your forks and spoons. Next time you're cooking up a storm in the kitchen, just pop your utensils in that convenient little hole and keep them close at hand. Okay, just a heads up to remember to switch the direction of your ceiling fan for the changing weather, and to give it a good clean too. I've seen that a lot of folks found it helpful before to reverse the fan's direction by flipping a switch for different seasons. So this is just a friendly reminder to go ahead and do it again, pushing hot air down and pulling cold air up. When you're chowing down for some pizza, just tear off the top of the box and use it as a big old plate. You can even rip the box in half and fold it to save some leftovers for later. Well, that's it for today. What, you want to know more cool facts? Sure, but you'll have to subscribe and hit the bell to get more videos. I'm waiting. Go ahead.
A boarding pass seems to have more than one option. Right after the crew checks it, use it wisely. Tuck one side of a boarding pass right under your phone cover, and the second side goes under the tray table latch. Sounds weird, but this Redditor tried it, and I guess he didn't have a boring flight thanks to this makeshift movie theater. Ever shop till you dropped so much you wished you had a couple of extra hands? The next time you set on a supermarket adventure, make sure to take a carabiner with you. This little guy will compensate for the lack of extra hands, so you'll carry everything you bought on that Black Friday sale with the two of your default hands. Just put all those plastic bags on a carabiner. To upgrade your experience, I strongly suggest you make a fabric grip. Any keen athletes here? This one's for you. If your pockets have no zippers or buttons and you don't want to lose keys, loose change, or whatever else you keep in your pockets while running, you need a rubber band. Just tie the pocket up from the inside, like this Redditor did. Also, it's a nice remedy for pickpocketing and loss paranoia. One more workout trick here. Sometimes, socks have inside seams which can give you blisters while running. No need to get rid of these socks and buy new ones. Just wear the ones you have inside out. This Redditor is a genius. Oh, yeah. In case you ever doubt if a $100 bill you're holding is real, you can use this magic trick. You see this blue authenticity line? It looks like it's woven inside the paper. Now, fold the bill in such a way that this blue line is in front of you and the paper is slightly bent backward. Grab a needle and try to insert it right under the flap that you see. If the bill is real, you'll see that there's actually a slit in your bill. Thing is, fake printed money can't normally have this feature, as in most cases they simply don't have the multiple layers to allow for this. The wet traces a plunger leaves on the floor are sorta gross, even if you rinsed it thoroughly. So next time it comes to your rescue, make sure to dry it afterward. The best way to do that is to rest it under the seat to dry. Ever seen these traps on shopping carts? You can repurpose them to keep your drink safe. Yeah, that's a bit barbarian. I wish there were special holders for that in each and every cart. For those who like to sleep in airport lounges, this one is a lifesaver. To protect your valuable hand luggage, just loop your bag through your foot. Yes, strapping it onto your leg or arm seems more effective. But it's not that all the bags have such a feature. You can use this life hack in other crowded places too. This Redditor does this trick in bars, and it seems to work just fine.
Oh, really?
There's also a trick on how to sift the flour in the fastest way possible. Surprisingly, you'll need a massage device for that. Look how fast you can do that, and no more shaking. A piece of an eraser can help you control your automated car windows better. This Redditor's dog was quite excited each time it got a ride, so it would accidentally push the window switch with a paw. The Redditor just put a well-fitted piece of eraser into that dimple, and the problem was solved. Picture this. You have a sore throat. You consult a doctor, and they prescribe you a throat spray that works wonders. There's only one downside to this. You just can't stand the taste. It's not a big deal, and a cotton swab can help you with that. Just apply the throat spray directly to the throat to avoid all the taste buds on your tongue. Not all people are big fans of plain black coffee. If you accidentally run out of milk or creamer, there's a life hack. Just add some ice cream to your drink instead. It will soften up the original coffee taste. Some candles tend to melt a hole into themselves. The more you burn it, the bigger this hole gets, and in the end, the wick gets burned out and there's still a lot of wax. To prevent it, you can make your candle a nice hat made of aluminum foil. Once you light the candle and put the cap on it, the heat will distribute evenly, melting all the wax.
Yes.
These glitches between skirting boards can be pretty annoying, and they can ruin the whole look of your room. You can cover these glitches with a piece of chalk, just like this Redditor did. You have this lovely set of cutlery your great-grandmother left you, but it faded with time and no dish soap managed to help. Hot water, baking soda, salt, and aluminum foil can help you. Just mix them all in one container and mind that the sheet of aluminum foil should simply be immersed in water. Then grab the cutlery and just dip it into the mixture. It works instantly. Look what a gorgeous result this Redditor had.
Really?
Duct tape can help you adjust your parquet without ruining it. If you ever see a slit and you need to move a parquet tile, grab some duct tape, stick it to the tile, and then pull. The tile will move to the place where it's supposed to be. To make the suction cups hold well, add a layer of Vaseline. This way, they will stick better, and next time that they don't hold, just reapply the Vaseline. A simple spatula may come in handy not only in the kitchen, but in a bedroom too. Next time you change bed sheets, use a spatula to tuck them in between the bed and the mattress. This TikToker swears by this life hack that helps make the bed the same way they do in hotels. Some people like collecting baseballs, but it's not that easy to display them on the shelf, as they tend to roll away. You can use bottle caps as baseball holders, just like this Redditor. In case you don't like the design of the caps, get creative and paint them. Tin cans with tomato soup and other stuff aren't the most convenient thing out there. Sometimes you only need a part of that jar, but the leftovers can't be stored properly once you open up the tin lid. A jar of Nutella is a lifesaver for such cases. Its lid fits perfectly on tin cans. Ever notice that accumulating sticky residue on the bottom of your laundry detergent cup? This one can be pretty hard to clean. So next time you do your laundry, just throw it in with the wash. You can actually put the laundry detergent cup inside the washing machine each time you use it. This way, the residue won't build up and the cup will always be clean. Let's imagine you have 2 hard disk magnets and a bag of chips. Are these things related? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Next time you're too full to finish the chips, secure the bag with 2 magnets. They will keep the air away when you decide to finish the bag. The taste will be the same. Don't throw away leftover soap bars. You can use it until the very end. This Redditor showed how they sort of weld the leftover bar with the new one, and these 2 guys stick to each other while lathering. If you don't find it convenient, you can go creative and make the liquid soap out of the leftovers instead. Once you've collected enough tiny bars, grate them, then melt them in a microwave oven, and then add some water. You can regulate the consistency yourself. The more water you add, the more watery the soap will get. You can also add a dash of liquid glycerin for extra moistening. Let the mixture sit for 24 hours, and there you have it, your DIY liquid soap. In the airport, they usually ask you to take your laptop out of your backpack and put it in a separate bin while going through the security check. Laptops are dense, and the X-rays can't see through them, so you could be hiding something dangerous there. If it's out and it's on its own in a separate bin, it's easier for the scanners to capture a prospective hazard. Normally, the messages you send using iMessage are blue, but look, this time it turned green. No need to panic. It's not like the user blocked you or anything. It's just that you sent a regular SMS and not an iMessage. iMessages can only be sent to people who own an Apple device. So, if the recipient doesn't have one, they're all gonna be green. Another reason your phone might opt for an SMS is that your iPhone isn't connected to the internet. iMessages go through the web, and SMS uses a cellular signal. The jacks you put in your devices have little plastic rings on them that separate different sections. These sections are called pins, and each of them serves a different purpose. Each plug will have at least 1 plastic ring because any plug must be separated into at least 2 pins. One of them is there to cancel out any interference, and the other to carry the signal. If, for example, your headphones have 1 ring and 2 sections, they have a mono playback. They deliver the same sound to both your right and your left ear. If there are 2 rings and 3 sections, then there is a basic one to cancel out interference and the other 2 for either ear. 3 rings and 4 sections mean that you have a set, 1 basic, 1 for either of the ears, and the last one is the microphone pin. I bet you've never even noticed, but all credit cards, no matter what bank or country they come from, are the exact same size. The first ever credit card was issued in 1958 by the Bank of America. And later, the international standard was established for every issuer around the world to follow. The standard dictates both the proportions and the thickness. Whistles can work perfectly fine even if they don't have that ball inside, yet they all have it. That's because even though there's a sound without the ball, the noise it creates is very flat and not distinguishable enough. When you blow, the ball starts moving around inside, creating different pitches and making the noise more noticeable. Jeans have had those metal rivets ever since they were invented. Jacob Davis, the man who made the first pair of jeans, added copper rivets to those spots where the pants were more likely to rip to make them stronger. Today, they have more of a decorative purpose because they're distinctive and traditional for jeans. A basketball has little dots all over its surface, and they serve as friction points. It's important for that ball not to slip out of the hands. There were times when they played basketball with a soccer ball. The floor was very slippery, and it was impossible to play because you'd have to be very careful just to keep the ball in place. So, they had to redesign it. The more points of contact any object has with some surface, the more friction there is, and the less likely it is to slip on the surface. So, that's how the ball got its dots. Those holes at the end of the handles aren't just there for you to hang your pans easily. You can also place your cooking spoon in there while making a meal. It'll hang right above the pan, and the sauce won't spill around. Make sure to tap off the sauce or food beforehand though, so that it doesn't go down the spoon's handle. You unload the dishwasher, and while everything is dry, your plastic containers get all wet once again. Seems like they never get dry, and that's actually true. The reason for it is the material. The dishes heat up and cool down slowly, so the remaining water evaporates and dries out easily. When you take out those plastic containers, they cool down way too fast, so the water doesn't dry out of the surface and just stays there. Another water source is those upside-down cups that collect water on top. But have you noticed that cups have chips on the bottom? They serve as a water drain in the dishwasher. So yeah, these cups don't accumulate water in the dishwasher. Take a look at aluminum foil. One side of it is always shiny, and the other one is dull. When producing the foil, they flatten it with rollers. It's so thin that the rollers tear it. So they take 2 layers at a time. So the sides facing the roller remain shiny, and those in the middle stay dull. We say it all the time, 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. without thinking. Why such a choice of letters? It's just Latin, which is still used for many other abbreviations. AM stands for ante meridiem, which means before noon. PM stands for post meridiem, meaning afternoon. Same with pounds, which are noted as LB from the Latin phrase libra pondo. Most movie theater seats are red, and the reason isn't better visibility, but quite the opposite. In low light conditions, red is the first color that fades away in our eyes. And that's what we want in a movie theater, to see nothing but the screen. Also, movie theaters were inspired by fancy Italian opera houses, so that's another reason too. Have you ever wondered why so many Disney characters wear white gloves? Well, back when animated movies were black and white, putting white gloves on characters was a way to make the hands stand out from the rest of the body. Then animation evolved, but the gloves stayed as a Disney tradition. But there are other reasons too. Human hands make animal characters more humanized and relatable. Also, those gloves are way easier to animate, which speeds up the process. Cats often rub their bodies against your legs, but do you know why they do it? This way, they transfer their scent to you, marking you as their territory and as their human. It's also a sign of affection. By doing this, they show that you're part of their inner circle. Wonder why it's so hard to swat a fly? Well, to a fly, we're sloths. That's because they see things in slow motion compared to us. Species have a different perception of speed. The speed we see will be twice as fast for a turtle, and it will be 4 times slower for a fly. Turn a video to 0.25 speed and imagine someone approaching you at this pace. Well, that's how a fly sees you. So yeah, it has enough time to escape. Road signs have different shapes and colors to send different signals to your brain. Oval shapes are more friendly, and squared ones are very familiar and secure, so they're usually regulatory. Triangles reflect instability, so they're usually warning signs. And finally, the stop sign has a special octagon shape, the most unusual and unsettling. It's supposed to draw your attention to it. Together with the red color, this sign stands out the most, just like it's supposed to. Some sidewalks have little plates with bumps on them. We don't pay much attention to them, but they're very important for visually impaired people. They signal a slope that then leads to a crosswalk. Also, there are several patterns that signal different things. Name the school grades: A, B, C, D, and F. No E. But why? The modern grading system dates back to 1897. In the beginning, it was all the letters from A to E. A meant excellent. B was good. C was fair. And D was passed. Below that was an E, or fail, which was often confused with the opposite, excellent. So soon enough, it was changed. F for fail is way more intuitive.